Anyway, let's talk about some more NBA news. Dwayne Wade, his statue was revealed. What are y'all thoughts about the statue real quick? Let me see if I can get a closer view. There you go. This is the statue. It was revealed. I think the Miami Heat released it. I think, champ.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you guys' thoughts about the statue, champ? I'm gonna let you go first.
You know what? I'm gonna just be real honest. Yes, people are gonna make fun of it. I got a little chuckle out of it too. But the fact of the matter is, Dwayne Wade himself saw that whole thing through. He saw it through, and he oversaw it. And if he doesn't have a problem with it, then who are we to say anything about it? I'm just being very honest about it, because had he not seen it and he, that really kind of caught him by surprise, then that would be a whole nother ball game. But he saw he literally worked with the guy who made the statue, every step of the way. And my thing is, we've seen worse statues than that, man. We've seen way worse. And it's just, I think people just look for a reason to make a meme out of something.
Mm-hmm.
Is it funny? Yeah, a little bit, because that's not what I expected. But if you really look at Dwayne Wade and how intense he is on the court, that statue personifies him. And like I said, I got a little chuckle out of it. But like I said, once I saw that Dwayne Wade himself saw that whole thing through and it wasn't a surprise, and he said, well, I didn't have a problem with the statue. I saw it the whole way through. I'm like, well, hell, who am I to say anything about it? It's his statue. He approves. He's a great player. He's a top 75 player all time. And guess what, man? He did a lot for that organization in order to build it where it is today. Nobody means, outside of Pat Riley himself and Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway, nobody means more to that organization than Dwayne Wade. Bought them their first championship. And if it wasn't for him, Shaq wouldn't win number 4. Let's just keep it all the way 100 on that one.
Oh, D Wade was cooking in that finals in 06.
They cooking like potatoes and grits, baby. So I'm just being real. So if Shaq doesn't win that, without Dwayne Wade, there is no Heatles. Because he said himself, he got on the phone and called LeBron. So nobody means more to their organization than Dwayne Wade, man. It's Wade County, man. They call it Wade County for a reason. And that town belongs to Dwayne Wade, and I'm so happy to see him get a statue, man. He's an all-time great player. He deserves every single bit of it. And quite frankly, man, I'm happy for Dwayne Wade. Like I said, I got a little chuckle out of it, but if you really look at his intensity on the court, that statue personifies him. And he got to see it all the way through. And he was step by step with that statue as well. So he doesn't have a problem with it. Neither should any of us. You'll never hear any slanderous things from Undisputed about the statue. I got a little chuckle out of it. Got a little meme out of it. Laughed a little bit. They had a little Killer Instinct memes on there as well. But hey, he saw it all the way through, and I am DRL, and I'm just thankful to see that he was able to get a great statue, man. Good job, man. Hey, if anybody deserves a statue in front of the arena in Miami, it has to be Dwayne Wade. It has to be.
BRF.
I mean, what can you say, man? He's the greatest Miami Heat player of all time. I mean, this is what he deserves. I mean, yeah, like Champ said, yeah, we got, they made a little meme out of it, they imposing on some other bodies, trying to be all funny and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like Champ said, if he don't have a problem with a statue, who the heck are we to have a problem with a statue? And like I said, he's the greatest Miami Heat player of all time. What he did for that organization as a player, in my opinion, is only topped by what Pat Riley has done as a coach and in the front office. And I feel like, I mean, yeah, and like, yeah, that oh 06 finals against the Dallas Mavericks, one of the greatest carry performances in the history of sports. What he did with that Heat squad, like, if I remember correctly, he averaged about 32, 33 in that series, and no one else was like 13, 14 a game. Like, it was a carry job to the highest order. And it's like, it just kind of, it solidified him as being, this up and coming, the future, what was going to propel the league the next, 10, 12 years, which he absolutely did. And I'm happy. I'm happy to see him get this recognition, getting this statue, because, like I said, he's the greatest Heat of all time, in my opinion. I thought, honestly, I think he's the third greatest shooting guard of all time. So, I mean, like, this is all just Dwayne Wade getting his flowers, and deservedly so. Um, yeah, we all kind of cracked that a little bit, but at the end of the day, that's immortality right there. That's sports immortality. Once you have that built and made for you, that will never go. That will never go away. That can never be taken from you. Dwayne Wade has been immortalized by that franchise, and he absolutely, positively deserve it. I am happy for him, and I just hope he continues to get his flowers for everything he done, not just for that franchise, but for the NBA as a whole, being as good as he was, as long as he was. So, shout out to D Wade. Shout out to the Miami Heat organization for giving him all the love, all the praise, and all the recognition. And just I just hope he just continues to be the ambassador for the NBA that he's been, and I'm happy for him. Shout out to him, because he earned it with his playing career, and he absolutely earned it, deserved it. Shout out to D Wade. Shout out.
Harrison.
I got no comment. I mean, all I'm gonna say is a shout out to D Wade. I'm like what BRF said. He's by far one of the greatest Miami Heat players of all time. But yeah, other than that, just shout out to D Wade, man.
All right, guys. I gotta be honest with you. When I first saw the statue, I'm like, "You kidding me? You could have come up with a better statue." Even Charles Barkley said it was awful. So when Charles Barkley says something, champ, like you say, Jim Cornette, colorful. Charles Barkley, sometimes he can be colorful. But if the Miami Heat wanted to come up with a great statue of Dwayne Wade, him standing on top of the scores table, or his signature dunks. Remember the signature dunk he had on Anderson Varejao?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
the one on Kendrick Perkins. Those are like, if you want to do a statue of D Wade, is either one of those two things. But D Wade more than deserving of a statue, because obviously greatest Miami Heat. That finals against the Dallas Mavericks, he averaged around 34.7 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, and nearly 4 assists in 6 games in the 2006 NBA Finals. Yes, the third greatest shooting guard in NBA history, only behind Michael Jordan and the late great Kobe Bryant. I just think D Wade deserves it. He's he's revered. He's not loved. He's revered in South Beach in Miami. So no matter what happens, hey, and he seemed very comfortable. He doesn't worry. He doesn't care whether how anyone's gonna laugh or mock about it. He said it himself. I ain't got no problem with it. So to everyone's point, but I felt like they could have done a little bit better job, in my opinion. I would have loved to see a D Wade dunk for his statue. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. But guys, go ahead, champ.
Can I ask a quick question real quick?
Sure.
Isn't it fair to say this? Is it he in Miami what Kobe was to Los Angeles?
Easy.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, because it's just like, I felt like I said, I'm a diehard LA Lakers fan. But the thing is, when you come in the league that young, like him and D Wade did, it seems like you grew up with these guys. It's like you seen them grow and grow and grow.
Champ, you could say the same thing about Steph Curry in the Bay Area.
Yeah. They are, I mean, if you really think about Kobe, you think about D Wade, when you think about Steph Curry, they are equivalent to each other in their respective town. It's just like when you go into that town, this is my town. It's just like there's been a lot of stars that come through there. When you think about LA, you don't think about them but stars. But when you go to LA, that's Kobe's town as far as basketball is concerned. And when you exceed a guy like Magic Johnson, as far as popularity in that time that put LA on the map, that's nothing short of amazing. When you think about Miami and you go to Miami Beach, that's Dwyane Wade's, that's his town. When you go to San Francisco, Bay Area, that's Steph Curry's town. So when you think about and put that into perspective, they are, like I said, those three are equivalent to each other in their respective town. Like I said, this is their town. It's like nobody can either match or exceed their popularity as far as basketball in their town.
Hey, not trying to be off topic or anything, but have you guys saw when the Ravens and the Buccaneers were at halftime? Remember they were interviewing Steph Curry? Remember he said,
Yes.
"Go Panthers," and he said, "Good luck with that."
Well, he's from he's from the Carolina area, and Steph loves himself some Carolina Panthers. So
I'm sorry, I had that was just by far the most funniest thing ever as a Panther fan. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all good. It's all good, Harrison. Don't worry about it.